welcome to another episode of Friends of the Forest. My name is Dale Mangold, and I'm your host. And this week, our special guest is live in studio, Mr. Ryan Caldwell, and we'll be chatting with Ryan a little later on. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and for all you people who have already subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. But if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right there and the old thumbs up and all that stuff, because that'll help out our channel, and we can get more special guests like Ryan on the show in the future. And let us know in the comments what you like about the show, what we can do better, and if there's any of your favorite bands or artists from anywhere around the world that you'd like us to try to get on the show as a guest. And speaking of that, if you are a band, artist, or entertainer anywhere in the world, and you want to be a guest on an upcoming show at Friends of the Forest, email us at Forrest Of FangHorn, pgh@gmail.com, and we'll email you back an outline of everything, and it'll tell you how we do everything. It's very easy. We do everything electronically, and if you happen to be in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, you can do your episode right here in Treebird Studios. So shoot us that email, and we'll get right back to you. So Friends of the Forest airs each and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So got all that stuff out of the way, so let's dive into this week's episode.
Sad to see and so to say on the ball, but off the beaten path of obvious tranquility, I'm thriving on chaos within me.
Welcome back. My name is Dale Mangold. Thanks for tuning in this week. I'm very pleased and happy to have my good friend, Mr. Ryan Caldwell. Ryan, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Now that I'm here, just fresh off a gig, and now I walked in, had to run to the bathroom, met a cat, and now here we are.
Nice. Yeah, all the creatures of the forest. We have more than Ents here. We have kitty cats and other little things running all over the studio. Anyways, I see you're a Pittsburgh Pirate fan. For those who don't know, we are based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And when we're filming this, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates home opener.
That's right.
Let's go Bucks. Anyways, Ryan, thank you very much for being here. We've known each other a handful of years now.
I was thinking about this before coming on. I was like, how the heck do I even know Dale? Like, where do we go back to? I don't even know. Open mics, probably.
Probably, yeah. Because I don't think we knew each other outside of the music scene.
No, I don't think so.
And you don't know you don't know my son Gabe Mangold or anything like that.
I'm aware of him, but I don't know him personally.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So through the music scene, I would say, pretty exclusively.
Yeah, because probably either one of the open mics that I've hosted, it could have been the acoustic brunch.
That has to be it.
Which is on Sundays.
Has to have been it. Yeah, it was the acoustic brunch because Jeremy was there.
Right, Jeremy Kayla, Joe Pucciarelli,
for sure.
and everything like that.
That had to be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually, in Jeremy's episode from the other month, we talked a little bit about acoustic brunch and just how, and not just that show, but like open mics in general, not just in Pittsburgh, but I'm sure like everywhere that any artist or musician goes to. It's a great way to like network, not only yourself and your music, but just to meet people. And I've met so many fantastic musicians, and better yet, even totally fantastic human beings, and that are I just that are still my friends, and we associate outside of music too. So that's very cool. And paths go this way and that way. I mean, we haven't seen each other for about a year roughly, and then we've seen each other about 19 times now in the past 6 months.
I think the last time I saw you, I was working at Target, and you happened to pop into the Target one day after work or something like that, and I was like, "Hey, Dale." Yeah.
And then unexpectedly, you were one of the support acts for Dream the Heavy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
At Poetry, right?
Yeah, Poetry Lounge. So Day Shift was the opening act of that one.
So cool. Well, anyways, Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, from West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. It's just right outside of Pittsburgh. I've lived all around Pittsburgh for my whole adult life. Now I've moved a little south of the city, so coming back to the city is like a little bit of a drive for me, which now I understand all those people that were saying, I don't know if I want to come out to your gig in Pittsburgh. It's kind of a drive. I get it now.
Yeah.
But, still make it in. And I have a background in baseball, as we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, funny enough, I
did not know that.
Yeah, I played baseball since I was 5 years old, since I was knee-high to a duck, and or a penguin, I guess we should say.
Yeah.
And played all the way through high school, and I actually got to play at PNC Park three times.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, once was like the McKeesport League I was playing in, and then maybe twice with them, and then once in high school as well.
Oh, nice.
And I actually got to play on the field. It was really exciting. It's one of the best,
cool.
one of my favorite fields in all of baseball. So yeah, I've got a background in baseball.
Okay.
And I still love it to this day. I had the opportunity to play for the left field loonies this morning.
Yes.
And I didn't even know that I was filling in for you, Dale. How about that? That was a funny little turn of events.
Shout out to Ross Morgan and the left field loonies who sit out in the left field bleachers of PNC Park of all of the home games. Cool.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, I played baseball all my life, and then probably around 13 or so, my mom bought me a guitar for Christmas.
Okay.
And that was all because I started getting into rock music, and I was listening to I remember the specific songs. It was Man in the Box by Alice in Chains.
Okay.
I mean, just that bam, 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 bam.
Right.
Bam. I mean, just I'd never heard anything like it. My mom raised me on hip hop, rap, R&B, funk, soul, some oldies stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But I just never heard anything like that. Distortion, I was just like, oh man, this is great. It was that one. It was something by Rob Zombie. Probably Dragula by Rob Zombie. And then it was right around the time where Green Day came out with American Idiot.
Okay.
It was 2004, right around that time.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with that album, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm full of teen angst back then. I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And so I asked my mom to buy me the Green Day album, you know, because I didn't know anything back then. I was like, they have one album. I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah.
So my mom went out and got me a Green Day album.
Right.
It was Warning from 2000, Warning.
Gotcha.
And it started off, and I didn't know any of the songs on it.
Okay.
And I was like, this isn't the album I was looking for.
It's not Green Day, Mom. It's a different Green Day.
No. I had quite the opposite,
really?
but I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it.
Okay.
It was like acoustic based rock.
Yeah, right.
You know, that specific album by them, and it was a whole new side of them that I had never heard. And then I heard the song "Good Riddance."
Okay.
And I was like, man, I just have to learn how to play the guitar, and it was lights out from then on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, okay. How about just staying on that note? Do you just play guitar? I mean, or do you play other instruments? Or?
Yeah. For the most part, I play guitar. Some bass.
Okay.
I can keep a beat on the drums.
Yeah.
You know, I can handle that. Anything percussive, anything with strings, I can figure out if
Gotcha.
I'm given enough time. Don't really do woodwinds or brass.
Right.
But otherwise, mostly guitar, and I sing.
Okay. Cool.
But there's a couple other. I got a ukulele somewhere at home that I play every once in a while. That one's fun. And a musical saw. That one's fun
nice.
too. Did you ever play one of those?
No, but you ever see the band Working Breed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Those guys are great. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I've been lobbying. So Working Breed, if you're listening to this podcast, a day shift Working Breed show would be a really great show. I think that would be an awesome one.
Yes.
So,
and I'll turn you on to my buddy Ray Segrimus. He goes by Surfin' RZ. He's a phenomenal guitar player.
Cool.
I played in bands with him, and he's an actor and everything else too. But he is well known in the ukulele world.
excellent.
I mean, I call him the Steven Stills of the ukulele. You know how
Excellent.
Crosby, Stills, Nash has all. You go see them live, and Steven Stills has 19 guitars. Okay, because they're all in
Different tunings.
different tunings and
yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Well, Ray is like that. I mean, he has your traditionals, he has your electric ones, he has bass ones, he has alternate tuning one. And he plays it like a guitar. I mean, if you close your eyes, you'd think he's
a guitar.
shredding. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
I'll have to turn.
Yeah, you have to send me
Yeah.
that in a text or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so your music career, when did that kind of kick into gear and bring us up to speed there?
So pretty quickly after I started playing guitar at 13,
Okay.
I would say I played my first show at Giorgio's Pizza on Electric Avenue in East Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Shout out to all my East Pittsburgh
Nice.
people. And I was probably 14. I don't know. I was in high school. I had to be like a sophomore in high school, something like that. So like 14, 15 years old. And I just fell in love with it from that moment on. I've been in a couple different bands here and there. I've always kind of had this like solo, you know how we
Right.
always have an ongoing solo
Right.
career. It's just
Yeah.
like it's you,
Yeah.
it's you.
Yeah.
So I've got that going on, and I started a band with my brother and another one of our buddies. We were all working in a restaurant together
Okay.
in Pittsburgh as the day shift in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And then we were playing music at night. And one day, Braden, the drummer, said, "Hey, why don't we just be day shift? Because we're the day shift during the day
Yeah, cool.
anyway. We might as well just be day shift the whole time."
Nice.
So we've been day shift ever since, and we've been playing since I'd say like 2016, 2017,
Okay.
something like that. So we've been around, played all throughout Pittsburgh, played a couple times down in Nashville when Braden and I moved down there for a little while.
Okay.
And then, other than that, I've just been, I think my biggest thing lately, I always had this like, oh, I want to make it. I want to make it. I want to make it in music. I want
Right.
to just make it, whatever that means, and lately I've kind of been shifting that idea into, I really just want to find a balance.
Sure.
Like, I've been like yearning for this balance. And it's like, you've got all these bills weighing in on you, and you got to have a day job. You got to make money in a day job because you're not quite making enough money with the music yet.
Right. Yeah.
But it's promising and it's starting to build.
Right.
And so then you have this like existential crisis where it's like, do I play covers to make the bucks, or do I play my own original stuff and make no money?
Right.
And that's kind of where I'm at now, where it's like. And at the end of the day, it's just like we play a mix of both of
Sure.
those things, and we have fun, and that's all that matters.
And there's nothing
that's
wrong
all
with that
matters.
either.
Sure.
As long as you focus on what direction you want your identity to go in. And yeah, I mean, and I one of my first original bands way back when it was called Tobacco Road, old school rock stuff, and originals, and as we did for a couple of years, just that circuit, 2-3 bands on the bill, et cetera, and it was fine, but then it's like, well, where's it taking? So we started working in some covers, which you kind of normally do anyways, here and there,
Right.
And then it kind of evolved. We had some like personnel changes and stuff like that, and went in a different direction. And it went like a couple years, and I just said, it's not going to go any further. So we just kind of became a covers band and played that circuit and worked in a couple of our more popular songs.
Sure.
Yeah, but it all that worked for that particular band at that time. It all depends, But anyways, I digress. So currently now, like I said, I mentioned I saw you a few months back at a show. What do you guys have going now in the upcoming months?
So in the upcoming months, well, let's see. By the time this podcast comes out, we'll have a couple big shows lined up in August and September, two for sure. And I probably have to check. I want to say it's August 24th. We're going to be playing in Ohio Pile.
Oh, nice.
So we actually all three of us love hiking. All three of us and all three of our partners, like we all love hiking.
Yeah.
So that's like a thing that we wish we could do a little more, but
Right.
unfortunately we all got to work and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we love hiking. So one day we all went on a hike up there, and we stopped into this restaurant, and It's called Falls City,
Okay.
I believe, up there in Ohio Pile. And they book bands. They were advertising bands and stuff like that. And I was like, how do I get it? How do I get us in?
Right, yeah.
So I did the thing, send the
sure.
email, and you know how it goes. And and so we got in there, and by the time this comes out, it'll be a couple months from there. And then September 7th, I think I'll probably have announced it online before this podcast. But if not, then this is the first time. Hey. September 7th is going to be like a birthday bash, I think, for myself. I never like throw myself a birthday thing. It's just like my birthday's not really, it's just whatever. I don't care. It's it's not my thing. I'm not one of those, my entire week. The entire month.
I've got to take off the whole
No
week of
offense.
work.
No offense, Paul. My girlfriend's dad, that's this whole month. He's like, and in fact, when this podcast comes out in June, it's like, it's going to be Paul's birthday month. That's how it goes. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not normally my thing, but I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm kind of like settling myself into this life of being able to. I'm actually learning some general contracting stuff on the side.
Okay, yeah.
I've been doing more of more of playing music, is booking as many gigs as I can, and just trying to make as much as I can with that. I mean, it's, and again, back to that existential crisis where it's like, is all I want to do with music make money? Well. Yeah,
well, sure,
I mean, no, not all I want to do, but you got to pay the bills, and I want to pay the bills with music. So I'm like figuring that part out. So September 7th at Beck Ringland Tavern. It's a historic tavern on Interstate 40. I believe that's 40 out there. Historic tavern. The people who run the place are amazing. I'll have to get you in contact and your band in contact with them. They're incredible people. Brian and Kathy, they're just running a really great up and coming tavern out in Scenery Hill, which is kind of out toward where I live now, south of the city, like Washington, PA area.
Gotcha.
Like that side of Pittsburgh, from Pittsburgh south. Okay. But September 7th, it's going to be a birthday bash. There's probably going to be a couple other bands playing. Nice. Our band's going to play, and it's going to be fun.
Cool. And we'll talk about this a little later on, but. When we talk about like your social media sites and all that stuff, we'll list all those in the description below too. So, anyways, a little later on in this episode, Ryan's going to perform one of his songs live in the studio, and you want to talk about that song in particular, or anything else that you have? Sure. In the works.
Yeah. So we had released an album a couple years back. Go check it out on Spotify. Again, all those links will be here at the bottom of the video and whatnot. So we released an album and we recorded at the. Actually, you're probably familiar with Audible Images.
Yes.
No longer Audible Images. I believe it's Red Cayman Studios is over there now.
Right.
But our buddy Ben Nicholson engineered our album. Excellent engineer, and the room was incredible. We had a lot of fun recording it, and it was kind of like one of those time stamps, it's like where we were at then, because I'll go back and listen to the album and I'm like, man, I don't even play that guitar lick the same. I don't even play that chord the same. I go to a minor chord now or something. It's always something different, and So kind of just looking forward to the next time stamp. I don't know exactly when we're gonna get back into the studio. Or what that's going to look like. But the song that I'm playing later on in this segment will probably be a song that ends up on the album. Nice. And it's called No Destination, but we're getting there. And it's kind of that same idea of like trying to strike that balance and just trying to find like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just kind of like going. And some days it feels like, where have I even been and what am I even doing and what the heck is going on? But at the end of the day, music is something that just makes me feel good. It just kind of makes, it makes me mad too sometimes when I can't figure out a guitar lick and I just want to smash my guitar. But ultimately, music just kind of helps me move through all of those painful parts of life, whether it's the sad or the angry or the whatever. And that's not to say I don't have, rough days. I have just as many rough days as anyone. Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's that guitar, and if it's not in tune, it'll be in tune in a few seconds, and I'll get to playing it. And when I get to playing it, I kind of just forget about all that other stuff,
Well,
or sing about it,
yeah,
and it makes
right.
it, you know, release.
And you know, as a music is so therapeutic too.
Yeah.
And you know, I know with me, it's just whether I'm just listening to it in the car, or, and it doesn't matter what I'm listening to. You know, it's just changes your mindset. You know, hopefully to if you're a little down, it picks you up. This and that. But you know, writing your own music, you know, it's can be very therapeutic, not just for yourself, but maybe for someone lives halfway across the world
Sure.
who stumbles upon your song and it's like, oh wow, you know, this is pretty cool, you know.
I'd love for that to happen. If there's
Yeah.
anybody out there that's listening to our stuff from across the world, hit us up and let us know,
Yeah.
man. And we would love to talk to you. That'd be
And
awesome.
I mean, it's like that's always a cool feeling because I mean,
Yeah.
you know, as you know, independent artists and independent musicians, we obviously are so grateful to our friends and our family who are our initial main supporters, and you know, it's like they're gonna, you know, love our music and support our music. But when there's nothing like a total stranger coming up to you, and you don't know them from Adam, and they say,
Yeah.
I really like that song.
Hey, my name is Ryan Caldwell. I'm with the band Day Shift, and this is one of our songs called No Destination, but we're getting there. It goes like this. Got a bowl, let us burn all night. Got enough, keep us up talking about all the things we love. Coffee bars and lengthy hugs. Had a dream I was in mid-flight. Cabin fever on the rise of someone who's got to save me now. Is only me with no doubt. Pick me up, ask me where I'm going, and I don't know more than you. Silly to assume. Oh, I owe you momentous moments. Suppose I do, but doozy, don't expect much from me, and I won't disappoint. Cock and pull, couple fuel catch fire. Pockets full, I feel tired of all this goddamn negativity flowing through and coming for me. Sad to see and so to say, on the ball, but off the beaten path of obvious tranquility. I'm thriving on chaos within me. Pick me up, ask me where I'm going, but I don't know more than you. It's silly to assume. Oh, I owe you momentous moments. Suppose I do, but doozy, don't expect much from me,
was a fantastic performance. Oh my gosh. That was just very awesome.
Thank you.
Once again, we're going to have all those links in the description below. This is Friends of the Forest. We're going to wrap everything up here. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Ryan, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Really appreciate it.
And go check out all his social media sites so you can enjoy his music that he has out and his upcoming music coming out in the very near future as well. Friends of the Forest episodes air each and every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whenever that might be, wherever you are in the world. And just a quick reminder, we typically always set that initial airing of the episode as a premiere. So hit that bell notification after you subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the live chat whenever the episode first comes out as well. We touched on some of your upcoming shows. How about letting everyone, and we're going to link all of these social media links in the description below so you can check out everything that Ryan has. Let us know where people can find you at.
So everybody does the Instagram. So at DayShiftPGH, just like Pittsburgh, PGH. If you're not from Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh has a GH at the end of the name. So DayShiftPGH is the Instagram handle. And then on Facebook, if you go to facebook.com/DayShiftMusic, and that's day shift like working somewhere in the daytime, Day Shift Music on Facebook, you'll find it there. We have a Spotify, we have a YouTube. We'll link all that stuff. We said, and then if you're Linktree savvy, I don't know if you use Linktree, but Linktree /Day Shift, and you'll find all of our links from there, and that's the easiest one. Really.
And I usually put the Linktree, but then I'll still put
individuals.
It's like the other ones too. So cool. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
Just be kind, and not just to everyone else. It starts at home. It starts with you. If you got to be kind to yourself, you gotta forgive yourself for messing up. We all mess up. I mess up a lot, and I'm gonna start getting emotional here. I can feel it coming, but we got so much pain in this world and suffering and all this stuff, and I'm not gonna jump on some kind of like political soapbox. I don't feel like that's my place, but just be kind. Just be kind to each other, and I think that if we can be kind to ourselves and be kind to each other, then we'll have a better world.
My name is Dale Mangold. Ryan, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Check us out on all of our other social media sites. If you like funk, hip hop, jazz, and R&B music with horn-centric stuff, check out Forrest Of FangHorn. My album that just came out a handful of months ago. There's a lot of guest vocalists and musicians appearing all around that album as well. Friends of the Forest, my name is Dale Mangold. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Peace and love, everybody.